What were the key historical deportation laws in U.S. immigration? Imagine a time when the United States began shaping its approach to immigration and deportation. The laws that followed have had a lasting impact on many families, especially Latino communities. Let's explore some of the most important laws that defined deportation policies over the years. The first major law was the Immigration Act of 1891. It gave the federal government more power to control who could enter and stay in the country. It also expanded the list of reasons for deportation and made inspections at land borders mandatory. This law set the stage for future enforcement efforts. Next came laws targeting Chinese immigrants. The Chinese Exclusion Act of 1882 was the first law to ban a specific group from entering the country. It required Chinese immigrants to carry proof of legal residence or face detention and deportation. Later, the Geary Act of 1890 to strengthen these rules by making Chinese residents carry certificates of residence. These laws created a system of mandatory documentation and deportation for those without proper papers. In 1952, the Immigration and Nationality Act was passed. It clearly outlined grounds for deportation, including criminal activity and political beliefs. It also allowed immigration officers to release detainees on bond if they had strong community ties. This law remains a foundation for immigration enforcement today. During the 1950s, Operation Wetback was launched. It was a large-scale campaign targeting Mexican immigrants, many of whom had come legally under the Bracero program. Over 1 million people were deported during this period, showing how strict enforcement could be. The Immigration Reform and Control Act of 1986 was another turning point. It combined amnesty for some unauthorized immigrants with increased border enforcement and employer sanctions. It allowed certain undocumented workers and those living in the country since 1980 to apply for legal status. But it also led to more deportations and tighter border controls. In 1996, the Illegal Immigration Reform and Immigrant Responsibility Act made deportation even stricter. It added penalties for crimes and overstaying visas. It introduced expedited removal, which sped up deportation processes without full court hearings. This law marked a big shift toward faster and more aggressive enforcement. Other laws also played roles, like the 1990 Immigration Act, which created temporary protected status for people from countries facing crises. The Anti-Drug Abuse Act of 1988 expanded deportation grounds by defining certain drug-related offenses as aggravated felonies. Understanding these laws helps families see how policies have changed over time. For example, the 1965 Immigration Act limited Latin American immigration, which led to increased unauthorized migration and deportations. Knowing your rights is important. During detention or deportation proceedings, you have the right to a hearing in many cases. You might also be eligible for relief programs like temporary protected status or past amnesty efforts. Keeping your documents current and seeking legal advice can make a big difference. These laws show a pattern of shifting policies between enforcement and legalization. They have deeply affected Latino communities through deportations and family separations. Being aware of this history can help families navigate current immigration challenges more confidently.